Jada, you were big into soccer. That seemed to be like your passion. What was it about soccer that drew you in as a little girl and made you such a fan of the sport?
If I could be honest with you,
I don't want you to lie to me.
Listen, it was the physicality, to be honest with you. Because my dad, like, I grew up with boys. So my dad never let me get into like football because that's all we used to play. So the closest thing I could get to it was soccer, without getting in trouble. You know what I'm saying? But I also love soccer because of the team aspect. I didn't have to be the captain of any team. I just led by example, but they would always like follow my lead, if that makes sense. Like, I don't have to talk a lot. You just follow my actions and see what I do. And that's what I loved about it. I love the team aspect. I love being able to pick people up when they're down. I love that hype. I love the conditioning test. I love all of it because it brings out the dog in you, actually. So it either makes you or breaks you, and it made me.
Yes, indeed.
Absolutely. Now, you talked about loving the physicality, and you obviously made the move over to professional wrestling. I need to know, what was your first welcome to wrestling moment? Now, we've asked people this a bunch of times where, they either took a bump or, a spill or, anything that lets you know this is what my life is about to be like.
It was my very first bump in like one of my first matches, and it took the wind out of me. And I was like, I really signed up for this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I became so used to it. Now it's just get up and go. And I've just put that in my lifestyle now. Like, I work. Our motto is like, you get knocked down, you back up. You know what I'm saying? We just said that today, and it's like, it's helped me not only in ring but in life as well.
No, I know I've seen a few interviews with you, and you sound a little bit like my little sisters when they say that they would tell you that their older brother would, put wrestling holds and moves on them when we were growing up. Now, I've read and heard you say that your brother was someone who, really kind of did the same thing to you growing up. So what part did your brother play? Because you mentioned the physicality. You've said before that your brother kind of, didn't treat you like a little sister, so to speak, right?
Right. My brother still plays like a huge part of this because every time I go home, like, we gotta see who's tougher. You feel me? Even though he's taller, like, you're not gonna move me like that no more. Like, I'm grown now. But
how much old? Two things: your brother's name and how much older is he than you?
My brother's name is Timmy. His real name's Tim, but we just call him Timmy. And he is 4.5 years older than me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what was it like with you two?
Oh, you seen Tom and Jerry?
Yeah.
It's like that, but imagine like Tom and Jerry mixed with the Boondocks. You feel me?
Okay.
Man, that's a wild show.
I know. So hey, you'll see it. But my brother, he's the reason why I'm built the way I am, that I have the mentality that I do, because he did not care of how small I was. He didn't care how old I was. It's like, when you playing with the boys, you either put up or shut up. And I had to put up, you know what I'm saying? But my brother made me more confident in myself, because I feel like if I can hang with y'all, I can hang with anybody. So to this day, I owe my brother that, most definitely.
So were you like the little sister he had to drag to the park with him everywhere he went?
Listen, everywhere. Oh, yeah. We was on bike rides. Like, we lived maybe like 20, 30 minutes away from the soccer fields on the bike. So we would bike there, go over these big ass bridges, excuse my language, and then do the training there and then go all the way back. So at the age of like 8 or 9, I was dead, but I was in the best shape of my life because of him.
Watch new episodes of No Contest Wrestling every Wednesday, or listen wherever you get your podcasts. And don't forget to follow us at No Contest Wrestling Podcast on Instagram.